Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Index Friday. I know several of you really look forward to today, and so do I. This is what we're going to make. We are putting, if you have followed me for a couple years now, then you know every year in the month of December I always do a wreath. And these are all using Tim Holtz die cuts. There's 3 die cuts. I had taken years ago a class with Dana when she was teaching Tim Holtz tags for the year. And there was one year where he had done a wreath. And so this is one of the tags here, or one of the punches, I should say. It's a maple leaf. And then there's this. It's almost like, if you like a laurel wreath, this is great. I think this is like little berries. But you can use these all year round. And then these are Sizzix punches. And then there's this one. This would be great if you're doing like a sea or a fish or that sort of, because this would make great coral. But you don't have to have any of these punches. We are going to make this wreath, and then I'm going to show you a hack so that you can make a wreath and you don't have to have the punches. But I will say the punches are worth it, I think. They're worth everything because the little maple leaf is fantastic in the fall. And the other ones, I mean, I just think they're really good. But I think when it comes to making a wreath like this, you can't beat it. And there is I'm pretty sure it's Tim Holtz. There is a die cut that's a circular wreath. And I think it's because of my floral background that I use a hot glue gun when I'm doing this, because you see how they all just kind of stand up. They're not flat. It's 3D. When this does go in the mail, though, it is going to get flattened. So whoever gets this particular index card is going to have to kind of spice it up a little bit. Spice it up. So that is what we're doing today, only yours is going to look like a door, a wreath on a door. I had this wood grain looking cardstock, and I thought, this is perfect. Let's use this. And then, yeah, it'll look like a door wreath. So let's just get this. You know the drill. We got to get this on our 3x5 piece of index card, our 3x5 index card. So I'm using a glue stick. And then we are going to, because the glue, it is an index card, get this on here as best as we can. And lately I've been doing pretty good with this, so we'll see how it goes today. And I'd say it went pretty well, pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. So let me get out my little paddle, my We Are Memory Keepers paddle. And then you know what comes next. We're going to want to, I'm not going to trim this because I think we look pretty doggone good. But I am going to go around and do just a little bit of distressing because it's going to get rid of any of those little white pieces that might be picked up from the index card. I just love it when my ink works. Okay. I might as well ink this little guy up because we're going to use him. I've got my glue gun plugged in, and I already did a bunch of punches. So, okay, what's the top? I think we'll make that the top. And then what I like to do, I kind of do a little cheat sheet. Yeah, I do. Kind of put a circle, find anything, just to kind of give you a circle and draw around it. You're not going to see it. You don't have to be neat. Just gives you an idea of where you're going. So I did punch. Oh, I have such a mess here you wouldn't believe. I did punch a bunch of these out. So let's see what we've got. I've got some green ones, and of course I put them in a baggie, so they're all mixed up, but that's okay. When I do this, I like to start with this laurel wreath design. Because it has a curve to it, it gives you that round effect that you want when you're making your wreath. And I don't know if we want to go, I did punch some white, but I really had planned on did punch some green, but I really did plan on going really all white. White with kind of a gold. So let's see if we can stick to that without having to get into the green. Depending upon how many of these I have will dictate if we have to get into the green. And it'll be okay if we have to get into the green. That's no big deal. So I'm just kind of pulling out so we can get started. But the little trick, and this is not the hack will come after we kind of put this one together. For those of you that do not have these punches, I'm going to show you how you can do a wreath without the punches just by using scraps. So that really is what the hack is. Because I don't want you to think, oh, I can't do that. I'm not even going to watch that because I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, 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 you can. All right, let's begin because I think I might just, yep, that was all of them. So, okay, what I really like is only to glue the base, the very base, so that it stands up and it's not flat, because you can see if you put glue on that, because I like to layer underneath, work underneath, and you're going to see what I mean by that. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun, and I am only putting a little bit of glue on the edge there, and then I'm setting that down, and I'm setting it down like that so that it kind of is standing up. See how that's standing up? That's what we want. We don't want it to be flat. And then we're working underneath, not over. So this is going to go underneath like that. This one, the same thing. A little bit of glue on the bottom. And pick this up underneath. And we are going to do that. See how it is? Underneath. Each one goes under the other. So we're going to do that all the way around. A little bit of glue on the bottom, underneath. And if you hold it there for just a couple seconds and give it a chance to grab, hopefully it will have a tendency to be a little elevated. If not, you're going to pick it up and underneath. And you want to watch your circle, you know, so that you're not like coming off the paper, and you're going to turn your foundation as you go. It's easier if you do that. A little bit of glue and pick this up underneath, just like that. Oh yeah, we're going to have enough. That's what you're going to do. Don't worry about your little strings. We can get those later. Underneath, just hold it for a couple seconds if you need to. And just keep going and make sure that you pick your, if you've got your little laurel wreath, your laurel leaf, I should say, make sure that you continue to go in the right direction, that you're not using the underside. It's kind of hard to do on camera because I know my hands are probably getting in the way, but we're just going to keep on keeping on. A little dab of glue, pick this up, lay that down, and you can see it's already 3D. It's just that simple. 3D. And I think it's going to work out perfect. I think I've got 2 more after this. And I think that's going to be good because we've got our circle. We're going to use the 2. And then we're going to just start filling it in. We have our shape. There we go. 1 more. And if it isn't going to be enough, I'm going to go with the greens. I'm going to pick this up right there like that. And see, we're already 3D. So, yep, look at that. It's already cute. I mean, you could stop at this, but we're not going to. Because sometimes more is better. So now we want to go with this one that kind of looks like coral. And maple, I have always done the maple last. And just kind of use the maple leaf like a filler. So let's see what we've got here. That is green. We will use that if we have to, but I would rather not. And these kind of have a direction as well, so you want to pay attention to that. They kind of have a little bit of a curvature, which you can see. They kind of tend to want to run off to the left. I've got 1 more here. Let's get this out and make sure that they're all going to the left. You want them all going in the same direction. So we're going to do the exact same thing again. We are going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and we are going to go underneath. You can start anywhere, just pick it up and just start filling in. Make your circle again. Underneath, I know my hands are in the way, but you're just gonna pull your little laurel, and you can already see the difference. And I've just put 2 down, and see how it fills that wreath in? These really, really are worth having. If you like punches, I would say invest in these. You can just invest in these 2 punches and make a beautiful wreath. But I like the texture that the maple leaf adds because it's tinier, and you can just kind of fill in nicely with them. So we're just taking them, making sure they're going in the right direction. We're pulling our first leaf up and putting this right underneath it at the base. So we're pulling this up and just sticking that right in there like that. And we're going around our circle. Pull that up. Put that in. And we're going to use them all. I've got this one and then one more. And then when you look at the shape of it, if you're not happy, you can add more. I've got this one left. One won't do me any good, so let's just use it. So look what we've got. And I can see that I'm a little bit flat right there, rounded here. I mean, I'm round if you look in the center, but I'm kind of flat right there. This is where your maple leaves come in. Now, your maple leaves, they also kind of have a shape. They kind of want to veer to the left. See how I have that one veering to the right? It is upside down. That is the way it should go, this way. So what we're going to do is we are going to take, and I'm going to show you where that's kind of flat, put a little bit of glue there, pick this up, and just kind of, see the difference? See that there? See how simple this is? A little bit of glue. Let's go there like that. See how it kind of, it stands out? So you're just going to look at your wreath and say, where do I want a little something something? And you're just going to add, go around and add your little maple leaves. Just make sure you're going in the right direction, because if you go in the wrong direction, it is going to stick out. You are going to notice that right away. Now you can come towards the center, just like I'm doing right there with the maple leaf. See how you can see that? We're not picking up and going underneath anything now. We're just kind of filling in where we think that we want a little texture or a little shape. I'm still going in between the layers, but I don't have to pick anything up to do that. I just put a little bit of glue on it and put it where I think it needs it. So we're kind of flat right there. And you can get as thick as you want with this. The thicker, probably the better. Let's see. Let's use one right here, like that. Let's turn it because that doesn't look so round. Let's see what we've got left. I don't want to use any green at this point. And then when you have your wreath built, put that there. We need some right in there. When you have your wreath built, you can decorate it. You can use stickles. You can use seed beads to form like little pieces of holly. Let's see. A little bit of glue. I just see I've got this piece. Oh, that's green. I I have that's green. I think I'm a little bit, think I lost my shape. A little bit thick down here, but that's okay. Let's put one right here. Let's use all of them that I've got. That are white. I punched them, so let's just use them. I see I need one right in there. These are all green. Let's use both of these, and then that will be it for that. Put one right in there. And maybe one right up in that right corner, this last one. We will put that right up there like that. Okay, so you saw that went really fast. We've got a bunch of strings here, which is no big deal. So I would say, let's compare these. Pretty cute, pretty cute. So now we want to decorate this, and how are we going to do that? Well, I was thinking we could do pearls. I don't have any red gems, but I do have green. And I thought maybe they would just be really, really cute. So let me grab, let's see. That's not going to work. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, is being able to grab the gems. And I think I'll just go around and place these gems just like that. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. You pick this up and look at it. Turn it that way. Now you could do this with glue, but because I have this out, I thought let's just use the glue gun. I never trust the sticky on the back. Let's see what this looks like. It helps me if I can hold it up. See what I'm doing. Of course, I've got glue hanging off of me, but that's okay. I never said I was a clean and organized crafter. Okay. All right then. This is going to be difficult, so I don't want to burn myself. Okay, a few more. And you can add a bow if you like. Sometimes I add a bow and sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I feel. Okay, we need one up there. All right, this one is not going to cooperate, so grab it. See if I can get it. I really need a tweezer. Put one up there. All right, let me look at this. See what we've got. They're really, really pretty. I think maybe one at the top. Yeah, we need one at the top. And I think we need a bow. All my strings, my glue strings. Oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, so I know, I think we're done with that. Do I want, and I know I want this down here. So I already distressed this, so it's good. Put that like that. And ribbon, we need ribbon. Where did I put it? Oh boy. Ribbon. So let's tie a bow. Get this made and then we'll share the hack. For those of you that don't have die cuts, not a problem. Let's put our bow right there, right in the center. So see if I can do this without burning myself. Right up there like that. And let's put a large jewel in the center. Okay. Right there. Right like that. So what do you think, guys? I'm telling you, I think these punches are worth everything. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just cute? Really, really cute. I added no jewels to this one because I wanted to save them for this one. But you can see how cute these are. They're just really cute. Now, we need a hack, don't we? Yes, we do. Alrighty, I'm going to show you the hack. Here's the hack. Here it is. It is all just pieces of torn bits of paper. And look at how pretty that is. Is it as pretty as this one? Well, you know, that depends. This, because it's all different colors, looks completely different. I didn't do it all in white, but this is the hack. So let's do this. So I'm going to grab an index card and I'm going to show you what I did. because I did basically the exact same thing. So here's an index card. And we won't do the whole thing because we'll be here all day, but I'm going to show you what I did so that you get the idea and you can get out your papers, get out all your scraps, and just make a wreath like this. So you want to have just a basic circle, nothing special. Just a basic circle. And then you're going to take, I had a red and green doily, and so I put, for some color, where you see this solid green and the solid red, that's the doily. But I have all these scraps. And so this is basically what I did. I just took a scrap and I did the exact same thing. A little bit of glue, put it down, pull that up, a little bit of glue, same thing here. You go underneath. You just keep lifting up and going around until you get your shape. Hopefully you can see this. They're just wonky scraps. There's nothing special about them. They're torn bits of paper. They're not round. They're not squared. They're just like that was from a die cut. I just don't want to put two of the same, like look at that, it's from a die cut, really wonky looking. But all that wonkiness is texture. And that's what's really going to give you your wreath. You just want that texture. So you want to lift it up and layer underneath it. And you're going to go around and you're going to get your basic shape. And then you're just going to go fill more in. Make it as thick as you want. Just getting the shape that you want. You can always trim it off if you don't like if you've got a piece that's sticking out that you don't like, you can trim that off. But you're just going to take your wonky pieces of torn paper and you're just going to go around in a circle. There's absolutely no right or wrong. You just want your circle. And you're just going to keep doing that until you get your circle filled in. And then you're going to go back and you're going to add more. You're going to get it the thickness that you want it. You're going to look at it and say, oh, this needs this or this needs that. Just make sure you lift up and you go underneath. And you just keep going around. And layering. We're almost there. So we've gone around one time now. We've done our circle. You pick it up, you look at it, and you go, oh, I don't know about that. So then you just keep picking up your pieces, and you just go underneath, and you keep filling in where you think you need more of a color, maybe a little more texture. Bits of lace would be cute. If you've got some green lace, that would be cute. But you just keep going around and you just keep adding, and you add and you add. See, the thicker it gets, the fuller it gets, the prettier it gets. So one time around is not going to do it. You need to really just keep building and building and building. Just keep going around, filling it in. Don't be afraid of it. It's just paper. This is a cool piece right here. See that? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take your scraps and you're just going to go around and you're going to build and build and build. And see, I definitely would put more over here like that. You can see what happens when you keep adding. So I got to thinking, I'm doing the wreath, but people that don't have die cuts, I'm like, you don't need die cuts. You really don't. You just have to just keep doing your thing. Let's see where that is just a little bit too big. We're just going to cut that off. And yeah, that's pretty squared, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Just keep going underneath everything. And keep building it up. And then what I did, I think you get the idea. So then what I did after that was I looked at it and I thought, okay, you know, it needs something. What does it need? And so I knew that I had these doilies. And so I thought, well, let's just take, might as well put this guy in there because he's there. So I thought, well, I've got these doilies, so let's just take bits and pieces of this doily. So I just tore off pieces of it, and I thought, well, where do I want some green? And I just kept messing with it, doing the same thing, tucking it under. There's a little bit of green. See how it really brightens it up? And no piece is, like, you're not going to look at a piece and say, oh, that won't work. That's no good. Yeah, it is. See if I can get this tiny piece without burning myself. Put this little piece right there. See the difference that it makes? You're starting to see with the green that it looks even better. And then you do the same thing with red, or maybe you only have a white doily. That's okay too. So then what you want to do, and what I did with this is I took, it wasn't, I had some gold trim. And so what I did is I took some trim and I just thought, let's put a little bit of gold in here. And I didn't go very far with it. It was this that I used, this trim here. I didn't go very far with it. I just put a little bit, but you could put a lot more. See, if I were to stick some in here, just look at the difference that makes, or some up there. Look at the difference that makes. So yeah, guys, you don't have to have the punches. I want you to do it and not worry about the punches. Just get your scraps. We're big on scraps. You've got scraps, I know you do, and have fun with it. And then go in there and put your little gems. Put pearls. Look at the difference it would make if I just went in there and added some jewels. And you've got yourself, I mean, this is not the best backdrop for this, but you can see, I mean, that's a good hat, guys.